Hello and welcome back to Awakening to Your Story TV, the place to learn, get inspired, and be supported with heart-centered ideas to improve your life. I'm your host, author, heart and self-love enthusiast, Alicia Hartzell. Now I want to talk with you today about this idea that love flows easily into your life. As an extension of the divine source energy of love, love in its purest form flows through every cell of your being. That's right. Your divinity wove love in its incredible qualities right into the fabric of your humanity. Love is fundamental to you, so you can't be separated from it, and it can't be separated from you. Isn't that incredible? Now, the world around you is a mirror to this love that is within you. It reflects back to you that which you are. You are designed to receive, create, and experience love in the most profound and joyful, fun, and enthusiastic way in your life. That's the nature of love, to be ever expanding and multiplying within that miraculous wonder of itself. When you aren't tapped into that love within you, everything can start to feel off. Those reflections of love from the world around you can feel really far away or tangled up in suffering and disappointment. You can start to feel cut off from getting the love that you desire in those love relationships in your life, whether it's a lover or a family member or even just between friends. It's really easy to slip into this place where you start to wonder what's wrong with you. And from there, the momentum starts to build and inevitably you start to feel less than what you truly are. This kind of doubt creeps in and it clouds your essential truth, your divine worthiness, and the love that is fundamental to you. Now don't worry, there is power and opportunity in every aspect of your story, even places like this that don't feel so good to you. I don't want you to get stuck in places like this, but rather use them to help you realign with that truth within you. So if love isn't flowing into your life easily, here are a few typical thoughts that you might find sneaking in. There must be something wrong with me. I can't get the love I want. I must be doing something wrong to make them leave or treat me like this. Maybe I just don't deserve love. Man, I feel so unlovable. Now, none of these thoughts feel good when you think them. It's never going to feel good to resist or push against the essential truth within you. It's important to understand that thoughts like these, they're separate from who you are. Oh, sure, you may think them and you may feel them and it may feel super real to you in that moment, but they don't actually define you and they are not essential to who you are. They didn't come into this life with you. Thoughts like these try to limit your truth and make you feel smaller or less than how you were designed to feel and be in your life. It is for this reason I like to call them out for what they are, limiting beliefs. Now, it's important to know that there are also beliefs aligned with your truth. They're the ones that you want to work on building up, and we'll do that in this video. They feel super supportive and fortifying as you think them. And when you focus on them, they get you all enthusiastic about your life. It feels as if you're plugged right into that source energy, where anything and everything are possible for you. Okay, back to those limiting beliefs. There are many ways that you can pick them up. People who are limited in their own beliefs, they may have handed them down to you. They try to convince you of what your reality should be in a given moment according to their own limitation. And often in our own uncertainty, we take them and believe them to be true. Now, you may also pick them up when a situation comes into your life with a lot of negative energy behind it. Or you could find yourself in a repetitive experience that feels negative, and it's super easy to adopt them in that situation. Now, no matter how you pick up a limiting belief, they always contradict that essential truth within you, and they never feel good as you think them. So what if you're tired of thinking thoughts that feel bad, and you want to think thoughts that feel better? Well, it's totally within your power. That's the great thing about beliefs, because they're simply thoughts that you think over and over again. You absolutely have the power to change them. Now, I like to call this whole process repatterning. There are endless ways to repattern your thoughts, but the most important thing to remember is that it happens one thought and one feeling at a time. That's right. Your first job is to notice the negative thought that is causing you discomfort. It's an indicator that you're out of alignment with that inner truth. Call it out so that it no longer can run on repeat in the background of your thinking, keeping you twisted in that place. As you bring your conscious awareness to that thought, your next job is to stop believing what it's telling you. I mean, that's a big deal. You can stop believing what it's telling you. When you do this, it slows down that momentum, energy, and emotion that it's been carrying with it. You were never meant to believe it anyway. You were meant to use it to find your way back to your truth. Once you have that limiting belief isolated, you can see it for what it is. And then you can start to make room for new ideas and new thoughts to emerge. This is where you get to redirect your thoughts and feel your way back into your truth. So let's say you have a thought that tells you that there must be something wrong with you and that you're unlovable in some way. What if you take the limiting beliefs or the limiting thoughts off of that? What would you have then? Think about it. You might find a thought that says something like, there is nothing wrong with me and I am lovable. It's better, right? It's getting better. What if you then took it even more deeply into the truth and all that limitation comes off? You might actually find something like, there are so many things right with me and I am love. It's woven through every cell of my being. As you keep turning your focus inward to your truth, you may notice the limiting beliefs drift away into the distance. And it allows room for you to really feel good as all that energy of truth floods back into your life. Then you might be able to reach for a thought that says, I get to create an extension of love with other people in the world. Now, that will lead you into this worthiness, right? And you might be able to reach for a thought like, I am worthy of creating, experience, and receiving great love in my life. As you stay curious about thoughts and you feel more aligned in your truth, you get to let yourself own them. What would it feel like if you really were that love? Picture yourself. What would it be to allow yourself to really be you in all your glory? How would you be loving and living into this place? How does it feel to be the person of love, being love, co-creating love in the world around you? Really let yourself daydream about it. Feel yourself having fun and enjoying that aspect of love within you. Put your mind and energy there as much as possible. And when you activate thoughts like these, it really helps you create a deeper understanding and language for that truth that is within you. It helps you keep your focus on where you want to go. This is why it's really valuable not to react or repress or rebel from limiting beliefs, but rather use them as the indicators they were always designed to be. When you stop taking directions from them and get curious instead, you allow them to help you create language for your truth. And from that place, you're going to find yourself living a very different kind of experience. So let's call out some of these new patterns of thinking. How about this? There are so many things right with me. I am love. It is woven through every cell of my being. The love I want can flow easily into my life because it is a reflection of the love within me. As I focus my attention on the love that I am, I will get to create an extension of that love with other people in the world. I am worthy of creating, experiencing, and receiving great love in my life. Creating love with others can be as easy as breathing and as fun as playing. Okay, so now let's talk about some tools that will help you stay plugged into these truths and thoughts like these. Intention setting has two super important jobs in your life. The first job is to consciously claim what it is you want. The second job is to act as a check-in for your thoughts. I'm going to offer you one that is really good when you're working on repatterning. But I want you to have fun coming up with one that you can own for this moment in your life. I would start your day off with it and then return to it as many times as you need to. So write it out and put it somewhere where you can see it and get to it easily. Okay. My intention is to watch my thoughts with compassion and to reach for thoughts throughout my day that feel good to me. Pretty good, right? Okay, another thing that really helps as you're working to repattern those thoughts is giving yourself permission. Self-permission can feel like you're opening a door that was once closed to you. It also helps you claim the power to do or not do something that your heart really wants. Here's one that I want you to use as you're repatterning, but I challenge you to create one that feels good to you too. I give myself permission to fully own the love that is woven through every part of my being. I give myself permission to know that I am worthy of creating, experiencing, and receiving great love in my life. And it can flow into my life easily. Feels pretty good, right? Okay, some additional tools that I really love to help me build up those new patterns of thinking are to flood your mind and thoughts with outside sources that have that similar energy, thought, or feeling with them. Because an idle mind is always going to go back to what it knows best. So you have to keep moving down those new lines of thinking in your mind. So you can listen to podcasts of people who are focused where you want to go. You can watch videos of people who inspire you and deepen you into those new patterns of thinking. You can watch a movie that evokes those feelings that you're trying to own for yourself. And this is one of my favorites, and it's super easy. Write out your truths and write out what you want to feel as many times as you can. And then go back and reread them often and read them out loud. When you write things down, it helps your brain prioritize what it is you want to focus and act on. And then reading them, it actually activates your mind in a similar way, but it also activates your imagination into a place of creation. So prioritize and set your imagination into action along the lines of those truths. You can also tell an inner circle friend. That way you have someone to celebrate with you as all these new experiences start to unfold in your life. Remember, repatterning is all about changing the focus to support the new patterns of thinking and feeling that you want. And it happens one thought and one feeling at a time. So watch those thoughts as they come in and choose the ones that you really want to think and feel. These kind of micro adjustments give you back your power. Wherever you're finding this video, I'm also going to link some of my previous episodes from Awakening to Your Story TV so that you can plug into that truth. There will be a realigning and repatterning video associated with this actual episode that you can use too. Now, if you enjoy a more hands-on approach, you can always go to awakeningtoyourstory.com to get the Awakening to Your Story book, starter kit, or handbook. Remember, love flows easily into your life because it is a reflection of what is already there. So until next time, know that I am holding a place of love for you, where the ease of creating, experiencing, and receiving great love, well, it's undeniable. For more support, information, and inspiration, join me at awakeningtoyourstory.com.